Have you ever observed that your cat seems to choose certain people differently? Not necessarily the somebody who feeds them, not always the person who plays with them, and sometimes not even the person who spends the so much time with them. Instead, there is often one person a cat quietly magnets toward when they want to rest, when they feel uncertain, or when they simply want to exist without worrying about the world around them. Most people assume these selections are random, but to a cat, they rarely are. Cats spend their lives collecting data about the people around them. They watch how we move. They listen to our voices. They pay attention to how predictable we are. They realize whether our presence creates tension or calm. And over time, they begin answering one important query. Is this individual safe to be close? The fascinating part is that safety means something very different to a cat than it does to us. Today, we will explore how cats learn who feels safe, why some people become emotional anchors for them, and what your cat may already know about you that you have never realized. Cats are constant observers. One of the biggest misconceptions about felines is that they aren't paying attention. In reality, cats may be among the most observant animals we share our homes with. While humans often focus on major events, cats pay attention to patterns and details. The way you walk through a room, the sound of your footsteps, how loudly you close a door, whether you move suddenly or predictably, the emotional tone in your voice. These details seem unimportant to us. To a cat, they are valuable information. Every interaction becomes part of a bigger image in their mind. Your cat isn't judging you after one day. They're collecting hundreds of tiny observations over weeks, months, and years. Finally, those observations form an emotional map. A map that helps them decide where they feel safest. Safety starts with predictability. For cats, safety and predictability are deeply interconnected. Imagine living in a world where you are much smaller than most creatures around you. A sudden movement could mean danger. A loud noise could signal a threat. An unexpected touch could make you vulnerable. Cats evolved to pay close attention to these possibilities. That is why predictable people often become trusted people. Your cat learns. This person enters the room calmly. This person speaks in a calmly and familiar way. This person behaves similarly every day. Nothing surprising happens around them. Over time, forecasting creates comfort. Comfort creates trust. Trust creates emotional safety. And emotional safety is one of the most valuable things a cat can experience. The people who respect limits and borders. Many cat owners discover something surprising. The person who tries hardest to befriend with the cat is not always the person the cat chooses. Sometimes the cat chooses the individual who barely approaches them at all. Why? Because cats place enormous value on choice. When a person constantly reaches for a cat, follows them, picks them up, or interrupts their rest, the cat may feel their control is being removed. Meanwhile, another person simply sits nearby. No demand and further. That person communicates something powerful. You can approach me if you want. To a cat, that feels safe. Respecting boundaries is one of the clearest ways humans communicate trustworthiness. Cats notice it, and they remember it. Calm emotions matter more than people see. Cats are incredibly sensitive to emotional things and energy, not because they understand every human problem, but because emotions influence behavior. A stressed person moves differently, speaks differently, breathes differently, interacts differently. Cats may not know why someone is sad, but they often recognize that something has changed. This is why many cats are drawn toward calm individuals. A calm person creates fewer surprises. Fewer surprises create less uncertainty. Less uncertainty feels safer. Some cats even seem to act like emotional mirrors. They become more relaxed around relaxed people, more cautious around tense people, and over time, they learn which individuals consistently create peaceful environments. Cats remember how you make them feel. Humans often remember events. Cats seem to remember experiences. Think about a frightened cat hiding during a thunderstorm. Maybe one family member sits quietly nearby without forcing interaction. Perhaps another tries repeatedly to pull the cat out from under the bed. Both people may have good intentions, but the cat experiences them differently. Years later, the cat may still choose the person who respected their fear. Not because they remember every detail, but because they remember how that person's presence felt. Safe, comfortable. Cats build emotional associations much like humans do, and those associations become powerful over time. Why cats sometimes follow one particular person. Many owners have experienced this. The cat follows one particular family member from room to room, kitchen, living room, bedroom, office, garden. Not constantly, just enough to stay nearby. People often assume this means the cat is dependent. Generally, it means something simpler. The cat has identified that person as a reliable source of safety. Being nearby allows the cat to relax while remaining connected to someone they trust. It is not always about attention. Sometimes it is about reassurance. The cat is saying, "I feel comfortable when you're around." That quiet choice may be one of the strongest compliments a cat can give. Safety is built through ordinary moments. One reason people misunderstand feline trust is because they look for dramatic signs. A heroic rescue, a special training session, an unforgettable bonding experience. But most feline trust develops differently. It grows through ordinary moments. The bowl placed down gently each morning. The voice that greets them every day. The hand that never forces contact. The patient waiting when they feel uncertain. The consistency of daily life. Cats learn safety through repetition. Hundreds of small positive experiences slowly stack together. Then one day, without realizing it, your cat begins choosing you. Not because of a single event, but because of all those tiny moments combined. The hidden test cats give people. If you've lived with cats long enough, you've probably seen it. A cat enters a room. They pause, observe everyone, then decide where to sit. That decision may look casual. Often it isn't. Cats constantly evaluate their surroundings. Who is moving? Who is loud? Who is predictable? Who feels relaxed? Who respects space? When they choose a location, they're often choosing the environment that feels safest. And sometimes that environment is centered around a specific person. The person they have quietly evaluated hundreds of times before. Why older cats become experts at this. As cats age, many become even more selective. They've spent years gathering information, years learning who can be trusted, years recognizing patterns. Older cats often waste less energy on uncertainty. They already know which people make them feel secure. This is why senior cats can form extraordinarily deep bonds. Their choices become deliberate, meaningful, intentional. When an older cat seeks someone out, there is often a long history behind that decision. A history built on trust. What your cat may be telling you. Perhaps your cat sleeps beside you every night. Maybe they choose your chair when you're not home. Perhaps they sit nearby while you work. Or maybe they simply relax more deeply when you're in the room. These behaviors may look small, but to a cat they can mean something profound. Safety, security, comfort, trust. Your cat may not understand your job, your goals, your worries, or your plans for tomorrow, but they understand how your presence feels. And sometimes that understanding becomes one of the strongest bonds in their world. Close relationship. At the heart of every close relationship between a cat and a human lies a simple question. Do I feel safe here? Cats spend their lives answering that question. Not through words, not through logic, but through observation. They notice who is patient, who is predictable, who respects boundaries, who brings calm instead of chaos. And over time, they slowly move closer to the people who make them feel secure. So if your cat chooses to nap beside you, follows you quietly through the house, or simply seems more relaxed when you're nearby, remember what that choice may represent. Because from your cat's perspective, Safety is one of the greatest gifts another living being can provide, and every day they choose to stay near you, they may be revealing just how much that gift means.